Alright gamers, we've got two banger weapons coming out this week for Into the Light, and I can't wait to farm for these weapons. So tomorrow at Reset, we're going to be getting Mountaintop and Midnight Coup, both not only with newly rolled perks, but actually random rolls for the first time since the originals were just static drops back during both Year 1 and Year 2. So first off, starting with Mountaintop, the re-rolls for this are actually so good and are going to make this thing nasty, especially in comparison to what it used to have, which was really just rangefinder. Plus it now intrinsically having Danger Zone as its trait, allowing you to do some goofy movement shenanigans with it is so much fun. So in the third column, we can get Ambitious Assassin, Impulse Amplifier, Demolitionist, Lead from Gold, Slick Draw, Autoloading, and then Overflow. There are so many good options to pick from here, but I'm looking mostly at Lead from Gold and Autoloading as what I want on a shiny roll, but also Impulse Amplifier could be really nice for using this as a boss damage weapon, granting you 35% projectile speed, 20 reload speed, and a 0.85 times reload speed modifier. Now in the fourth column, it can roll with Rampage, Vorpal, Adrenaline Junkie, One for All, Harmony, Recombination, and then Frenzy. The perks I'm looking at the most are going to be Recombination and Frenzy, since with auto-loading plus Recombination roll, you can use your Mountaintop to swap out after getting kills with your primary and chunk some serious damage to higher health enemies in a single shot, and if not, pretty much just one shot most of them. Now an Impulse Amplifier plus Frenzy roll could be really good for boss damage, giving you a 15% damage buff while also maxing out your reload speed, handling, and providing a 35% increase to velocity of your shots. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the 0.85 times reload speed modifier will actually technically stack on top of the reload speed, which make it reload even faster. I could see this roll being a really good use alongside something like Anarchy or Dragon's Breath, maybe even G-Horn or even Tractor Cannon is just a weapon to just be a workhorse while you have just kind of a passive heavy weapon. Now onto Midnight Coup. This thing was my favorite from launch pretty much until the release of Recluse, and the rerolls did not disappoint. Now in the third column, we have Outlaw, Firefly, Shoot to Loot, Explosive Payload, Moving Target, Attrition Orbs, and then Enlightened Action. Personally, I'm really only looking at Firefly, but Explosive Payload is really not a bad option as well. I just think Firefly provides the most value, especially since it's an AoE damage perk while also being a reload perk pretty much at the same time. Now in the fourth column, we have Rampage, Kinetic Tremors, Zen Moment, One for All, Frenzy, Opening Shot, and then Desperate Measures. There are really so many options to pick through that you just can't go wrong with. I mean, Rampage, Kinetic Tremors, One for All, and Desperate Measures are all great perks in their own way. Personally, I'm not a big enjoyer of Kinetic Tremors though. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, it's just not a perk for me. I don't really like how it plays. So I'm just looking at the other options. With One for All, a singular Firefly proc could activate the perk if just 2 enemies are nearby, giving you a quick and easy 35% damage bonus for 10 seconds, which is kind of nuts. And the same could be said for Rampage, since the kills from a Firefly explosion could also quickly ramp up its damage, and you can actually keep that one up longer. Now Frenzy is always nice too, since it's just a constant 15% damage buff as long as you're in battle, that also grants max reload speed and handling, so it's always a solid choice and a personal favorite of mine and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people. Desperate Measures is what I think is going to be the best option and the most picked perk from on this gun, providing an easy way to keep up a 30% damage buff, only requiring you to get 2 grenade and melee kills to get it up to max, and that buff can be refreshed just by getting weapon kills. So the roll I'm going to be looking for on a shiny is going to be a Firefly plus Frenzy and Desperate Measures, since I'm a huge Frenzy enjoyer, but also want to use this with the new damage perk since it's just so good. This week is probably my most interested for all of the returning weapons, since these are 2 of my favorite weapons of all time, but I'm still also looking at Luna's Howl because, spoiler, that thing can drop with Heal Clip and Incandescent, and it's a 140 hand cannon, so it just sounds so good. But I can't wait to do some serious degen grinding for both Mountaintop and Midnight Coup this week. Let me know if any other rolls you guys are looking for, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace!